The Jim and Terry Show coming to you from Bob Cajun, our second podcast of the day after we've had a great coffee on the deck.
Oh, it was lovely. Terry's got such a great yard. There's all kinds of birds. They're all around looking at you. And yellow ones, brown ones, they come and feed in the feeders. And then Terry had a beautiful, beautiful breakfast for me and coffee laid out. You think it was, special occasion.
An outdoor cafe.
An outdoor cafe. Yeah, I love it. And there was no bugs. There were no bugs around.
We were lucky because I was out in the garden and I got eaten alive just before you came, and I showed you some of the mosquito bites. And I was kinking a hose to stop the flow while I changed the nozzle, and I couldn't swipe them away. So I couldn't let go. Anyway, so breakfast on the deck. Can you name one of the species of birds that you saw?
I saw a whatchamacallit, nothing mabobber. And there was a who's it there. I think it was a who's it there.
Life is about the details.
Yeah. Well, what was the yellow one?
Well, you saw a bright yellow one. So that's a goldfinch.
A goldfinch, okay. Yeah. That was a cute bird.
They are cute. Yeah.
My favorite I did not see because you took away its feeder.
Oh, yes. What's your favorite?
The hummingbird.
Yes, but they were in the garden. They were sticking their long proboscis, their beaks into those flowers. So, we usually have a hummingbird feeder. So that's two. Chickadees. They were the ones who were sort of knocking stuff down on the ground, and you wondered, are they just, uncoordinated?
Yeah, they were cute. They were all the birds were cute, and whatever the one that goes into your little house out there, there's a little.
Yes, those are wrens.
A what? A wren.
Wrens.
A wren.
Yeah.
And you have no martins? I get rid of your mosquitoes,
Oh, well, we have dragonflies that get rid of the mosquitoes.
Yeah, but martins do a better job. They need more.
Okay,
They're bigger.
Aren't martins more of a meadow bird? Or?
No, you just put a martin house up. It's a certain hole, apparently, for a martin.
Well, that's the same for the wrens.
Yeah.
It has to be
certain size hole, and they'll build their nest there. So next year.
Oh, and if the martins are the same as these wrens, they find every hole that would be used by any other competing couple and stuff them full of sticks so they're unusable by anything else. So talk about selfish.
Well,
Nature.
It's a violent world.
It's a violent natural environment, yeah. Okay, I don't know where we were going with this. Breakfast on the deck. Oh, did you notice the coffee pot was actually out on the deck?
You had the coffee, and I also know because you didn't have proper outlets, your lights were on out there too, twinkling in the bushes.
That's right.
That's great too. So, and there was something else out there too that was hidden.
Uh-oh.
It was called Kim. She was in the garden.
Yeah, she was doing her gardening out there. And Jim, and you're looking around. Where is she? Your garden's talking. There's a voice.
Your garden's talking to
Yes,
me.
Lord. Yes, Lord. Got you in the garden. I come to the garden alone.
Yeah. Okay,
there you go.
You got an awful high voice for the God I'm imagining in my head.
Well, see, that's the problem. We imagine something that may or may not fit our preconceptions.
Yes.
Yeah, that's our Father's Day message. The great white bearded dude on the throne.
Which I am now, as you can see.
You are a great white bearded dude.
Okay, you can eliminate the great.
Okay, well, no.
But white and bearded.
I don't want to say late great because that hasn't happened to us.
No,
that's
not yet.
All right, let's go on to some of the stuff in the news. Have you heard? Did you hear the Trump interviews on Fox?
I did, and wow. I mean, anybody that could continue on with this man is incredible as far as I could see. But on the other hand, and it was on Fox, so wouldn't his people be watching?
Well, let's break it down and talk about content first. So you saw the interview or saw it in rewinds or whatever. Brett Baier. I thought he was one of the last remaining journalists before, Chris Wallace left. But then, I was reading more stuff and heard his remarks about the election results in 2020 and how he wanted to take back the call of Arizona because Fox was one of the first to call Arizona for Biden, not for Trump. And Brett Baier said, I don't think we should do this. We should take it back. Let's reverse our call. Why? Because Republicans didn't want it to go, and Fox is the network of Republicans. So
wasn't that so just bury your head networker?
Yeah.
Well, that's just stupid.
Well,
you got to call it like it is. I mean,
you would think so.
Well, that's what I would think. I would rather.
But politics is politics, and it's a bit of a ruthless game. Anyway, Brett Baier, much to my surprise, actually had what I would call a significant interview, as a journalist should, holding Trump to hard questions, not softball questions,
Yeah.
not the Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson type of questions. Brett Baier did what a journalist should do.
Yes. President Trump, is it true you have 35 red ties?
Yeah, that's a Sean
Yes,
Hannity kind of
I
question.
have 35 red ties.
Yeah, I
have
like that
more
tie
red
you're
ties
wearing.
than
Oh,
anybody
yeah, you
else.
like this tie? Well, I got it from China. It's made in China. Yeah, did I say that? No. Yeah. Okay. So tough questions. One of them, one of the questions that kind of got me because Trump dropped the ball on his response was he was saying, I pardoned this woman who's was a drug user. And she was in prison. She had a lot of time left, and I did something great. I released her. I pardoned her, and she was out of jail. Had a lot of time left in her sentence, and I let her go. And Brett Baier said, "Do you know that the policy you're advocating right now would have had her executed for drug dealing?" Sounds like the Philippines. What? You're going to execute drug dealers? That's what? Yeah, that's Trump's policy. And he said, no, you've got something wrong. That's not. Yeah.
No, he don't. He wouldn't even know his own policy.
He doesn't even know.
He doesn't know international politics.
No.
He's just lost. He really is, and he was expecting the softballs, I think.
I think so, because it was Fox, and they usually ask the softball questions. So there's something interesting to me. Trump, of course, continued to spew, I won the election. I won it bigly. I won by so much.
Yeah, well, everything. I'm sorry, the man lies a lot, and
You're being generous.
It's funny because I was watching a program about Satan, about how there's no truth in him. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. There is no truth in him, and I'm thinking, man, when I see some of the things happening now in the politics. I know here too, but especially in the United States, it's like, holy moly, you guys have zero fear of just spewing out lies.
No.
Just lies.
Well, there's no accountability.
Yeah.
If there's
so
no
you can just say what you want to say.
If there's no accountability, then you can make stuff up, which is what Trump does.
I'm 6'3", and being 6'3", I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say I'm 6'4". I'm not going to say I'm 6'2". I'm 6'3", and pumped. I can't help it. I'm incredibly built. And
Good thing we have a podcast that's not visual. It's an audio podcast.
I am not 6'3", and I'm not built.
But you can say anything you want because people can't confirm or deny.
Yeah, but these guys, you'd be looking at them going, "I'm sorry, you're not 6'3". Oh, I am. There's never been a 6'3" guy better than 6'3" than me. I'm the best 6'3" there's ever been.
So
You can ask anybody. Ask them all.
when we get to people who say all politicians are corrupt, what would you say to that when you take a look at, say, Biden versus Trump?
Well, I number one, it's not a fair comparison.
Trump, they're both politicians.
Biden may have some corruption in there, but you're not going to find it in the Olympic swimming pool of Trump's corruption. You're just not going to find it there. You're not going to look, So, I don't know, there was a time I would go right to the defense of anybody, but I don't anymore. It's like all politicians are corrupt. I kind of pause before I go, well, maybe they're not equally corrupt, because we're getting flooded with information on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to impeach Biden. I don't even know for what. What are they impeaching him for?
I think they say, they being the right-wing GOP, far-right activists and politicians, say that he's incompetent. I just showed you a graph, one of Steve Ratner's graphs.
I know. That's just stupid. Yeah, but this is where we're at, see? So anybody that says that they want to impeach Biden because of his incompetence, I mean, you may not like his policies, you may not like some of the things he's doing, but he's not incompetent. That's just stupid. And when you get to the point where I can simply say, I don't like you, I think I want you impeached, and I'm just going to say you're incompetent, without any figures, without anything. And as you know, it seems the GOP have no policies of their own whatsoever. And so this is just turning into a nutcase world we're living in. And I'm kind of concerned for the United States, to tell you the truth, because they probably still have these 70+ million people that would vote Trump in. And if he gets voted in again, I'm sorry, people, you're not even going to have another election.
Well, that's the scary part. So despite Brett Baier doing his best at what I would call a decent journalistic interview with a former president, and despite holding Trump's feet to the fire of reality, Trump did go off on his usual machinations of fantasy, including, I won the election and there's so much corruption. In Georgia, they just finished the trial of 2 women, the poll workers in, I think it's in Georgia, or it could be South Carolina, I'm not sure, but the women were charged and attacked by Trump for counting fake election ballots. The trial concluded they were exonerated. But one of the comments the ladies made was, you don't want to ever be attacked by the President of the United States. It is the worst feeling of betrayal. You voted, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but the President of the United States represents every American. And for him, Trump, to personally attack the poll workers was disgustingly disgraceful.
Well, and Trump,
not because I
Trump
hate
couldn't
Trump.
care. Look at Trump. He couldn't care less.
No.
Do you think he cares at all?
That he wrecked those 2 people's lives?
Everybody who comes
Mother
into
and
his
daughter?
world is ruined.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, where's my book on my shelf, Jim? It's here.
I know.
Everything Trump touches dies.
Yeah.
I hope it's not true for the United States as a whole. But
Well-
he has ruined a lot of lives.
Well, wait till you hear Prophets, Priests, and Poets.
Is it coming along?
I like the song, but I can't see another person liking it. I got to redo some stuff for sure.
Okay. Prophets, priests, and poets, and the theme is corruption in politics.
That's just corruption of man, really, but lying and
The inhumanity of man.
judgment. Judgment's coming.
Judgment's coming.
Wrath of
Word
God.
from Jim. All right. That concludes our podcast, The Jim and Terry Show, talking about politics in the United States. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.